guys, so just want to touch base today on a few things. I'm just going to give a little panoramic here, sitting here at the horse farm, which is always fun for my daughter and kids, and always a good thing there. But anyway, so I want to touch base today, answer a few questions that have been asked. I'm probably going to try to cover three at one time here, and see if we can get that going on. So let me see. One of the questions that was asked is, what are the things I'm going to miss the most while on this trip? And of course, the obvious answer is my family and my kids. But there's little things that'll definitely stand out, and some of the things I'll encourage folks to do if you're not doing it now. But really enjoy watching America's Got Talent with the family. It's 2 hours for the most nights, then it turns to 1 hour. But it's a great show, great family show, and we just enjoy the heck out of it every year. You see some amazing talent. And I mean, if you as a family are too busy to kind of grab, and you only have 2 hours a week, make that your 2 hours. You can go on DVR it and get back episodes, and it's just a great time. It's just something my kids and I have done for every year now. So here comes another horsey over here. Hey, baby. So that's one thing for sure. Another thing is, this is more my daughter and I, but I'm a Dr. Phil addict, and you don't realize, since I've been so busy, I haven't quite caught all the episodes I normally catch. Usually get some reruns. They're on the OWN network and the daily one. Someday I hope to shake his hand. Some people ask me about this, say, maybe this is a Dr. Phil experience, and part of me probably be pretty scared about that, because I could probably fill up about a week's of episodes with a team of doctors he would need to deal with me and my mindset. But anyway. But that brings up another thing. So on my bucket list, someone asked me my bucket list one time. If you watch Dr. Phil at all, there's one of his most popular guests. It's not a guest, but it's a gentleman by the name of Jack Tremarco. And Jack is on this show, probably been on the show 300 times, because he's the one that administers the lie detector tests when they're needed. Now, I grant you, lie detector tests are a very serious topic. But I swear to you, one of my bucket list things is to go on the show and have to go take a lie detector test for any reason and crack a joke and just see if I can get him to smile, because I swear to you, I've never seen that man smile ever. So if you watch Dr. Phil, you know what I'm talking about. But I know it's a serious topic, but I got to be able to get that guy to smile at some point in time. But I miss that show, America's Got Talent with my kids. I'm going to miss Sunday mornings a lot. I'm an early riser. I've always worked and gotten up around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't sleep much. My son's an early riser too, and for some reason Sunday mornings I'm usually out on the couch and he pops out and we pop in a movie together, and it could be anything and everything. And when he was younger, I used to kind of buckle my legs up a little bit and he'd crawl in my little cubby hole, and I remember I used to do it with my dad. And then I'll make him breakfast and make everybody breakfast, and they usually like Dad's special pancakes, and maybe I'll take a picture of those and put them on here at some point in time. But definitely going to miss the Sunday mornings. My son's baseball team, they lost the championship last night, 5-0, but what a great season for the kids. What a great job they did, the coaches. It was really fun to go down at all the practices and the games and be part of the team. I'm going to miss that a lot, but I'll have that to look forward to. One of the questions they asked is, what am I going to do? When do I want to come back, and things like that? Well, I have a couple of goals with that, and I want to touch on that. And then I want to ask for support. I want you people to blast this out to whoever you can, because you people are a lot smarter than I am and have a lot more context than I do, but I got to get an answer to something. So I definitely want to be back. I'm hoping to end this in about 5 months. That might mean I have to be a little aggressive with my distance traveled to make that happen. But 5 months would take me to the beginning of December. Ideally, I'd love to be back in time for the Army-Navy football game, which, even if I don't get to it this year, I love to watch with the kids. It's an amazing spectacle. It's an amazing event. A lot of great young people, and if you want kids to aspire to be something, you could do a lot worse than, Navy midshipmen and Army cadets. So I want to be back for that. And then Christmas is a tradition that my family has that's very special to me. Several years ago, I started this tradition. I like to do a lot of things with my kids, and by doing a lot doesn't mean necessarily monetary things, and I just like to spend time and make memories. I know it sounds hokey, and the alpha males out there, thinking I'm a wuss, and the women are probably going, he gets it. But my kids' mom and their relationship is very special to me, and I make sure that they have one. And you know, where I'm not really afraid to get up and just go do something. Um, you know, I've traveled a little bit, and she's a little bit more conservative, as I've said before. Um, and so she may not do some things. So what I do every year for Christmas is I buy the family, everybody but me, tickets to a Broadway play. Now they're not really big for driving up to New York City, so I'll drive them up there and let them go to a Broadway play, and they'll always have that memory with their mom. And if I'm dating somebody, hopefully her and I'll walk around, you know, Times Square. One year I wasn't dating anybody, and I just kind of met some friends from York and New York on Long Island, and we had some lunch, or I just walked around and enjoyed some time to myself. But we've seen, the kids saw School of Rock, the kids saw Wicked. Trying to think, well, so this is the one I want to get to. This one was really, really special and important. So I love music. You'll hear me talk about music, and I'm going to start to make this more a part of posting on my Facebook some of the music that motivates me for the day, that's taught me lessons, that have memories to me, and I'm going to share them with you, and they may impact you, they may not. But several years ago, I got the kids tickets to see Kelly Clarkson up at Radio City Music Hall, and I got the girls to go with their mom, and me and the little guy, we buzzed around Times Square and went to the M&M store and stuff like that. But I didn't know Kelly Clarkson other than a few songs. I'm not really a pop music guy, and but it really got me listening to her. And she's an amazing talent. The show seemed to be, the girls came back and raved about it. And you've heard me talk about sports and athletes and musicians. I look for role models in people. I don't know any of these people personally, but from everything I've seen of Kelly Clarkson, has since got married, had a couple of kids, and she just always seems to be handling herself with such a degree of class and elegance, that, you know what, if my kids, you know, want to look up to her as some form of role model, that's the kind of person that I'd be proud to have them say. Contrarily, and I'm not saying as a role model, several years ago I got transferred out to Indiana for business, and I had to get out there before my family did, as we were wrapping up the school year here and things like that. And Taylor Swift was coming to town, and I thought, what a great thing if I can get my daughter and her mom Taylor Swift tickets. So when I was younger, back in the day, you used to get wristbands and wait outside a concert arena for the tickets to go on sale, and you can get front row tickets or third row tickets, and an amazing experience. And over the years, I've ended up finding myself having to go to ticket brokers and things like that to get tickets. Well, this time I wasn't going to do that. I didn't really have the money. So the story goes like this, and this is where I need your help out there. Somebody has to know somebody in the music industry. I'm not saying this is Taylor Swift's fault. I'm sure it's every artist, but somebody has to help me understand and explain this to me. So the tickets were supposed to go on sale at Ticketmaster. I might have the times wrong, but an hour after they went on sale at the arena. So at the time it was called Market Square Arena, I think, or Bankers Trust, Bankers Field, something in Indiana. So I got up that day about 5:30, and I drove into town. I think the tickets were going on sale at 8 a.m. Again, it may have been 8 at the arena, 9 at Ticketmaster, or 9 at the arena, 10. But I really wanted to make sure I got my daughter and her mom as close to the front as possible to experience who is an amazing musician, Taylor Swift. And what a great experience that would give them. So I was third online. There was a family, there was a few people there. Some people came in behind me, of course, as we got there. I parked in a spot. I ended up getting, I think, an $80 parking ticket, not knowing where the hell I was going, but I was so adamant about getting these front row seats, you know. So here I am, we're waiting for the concert ticket, the concert ticket windows to open up, and 5 windows open up, boom, right on the dot, and I'm third. So I literally go and I buy 2 tickets 15 seconds after the ticket windows open, as far as I knew, right? So I am stoked. I'm gonna give my kids and her mom, or my daughter and her mom, a memory of a lifetime, and I'm so excited. I got tickets 15 seconds into them going on sale, right? And I give them the tickets. The day of the show comes around, and I am just sitting back waiting for their pictures and their, oh my God, this is amazing, Dad, and wow, and the whole thing. And you know what happened? The tickets that they got were, if the stage was here, was in the second to top row from the stadium, just stage right. I don't curse often, but I want to say, how the F is that possible? How can somebody buy tickets 15 seconds in? I mean, I get if there's fan club members and radio stations that want to give him the first 10, 15, 20 rows. But how is it possible that a father can go and wait online to get his family tickets, get tickets 15 seconds into the tickets going on sale, and the best damn thing they can do is get tickets second row from the ceiling, stage right? I was never so disappointed in my life for them, because I was building up like, man, you guys are going to love this. They still went. They had a memory. They loved the show. And like I said, I'm sure it's not Taylor Swift. I'm sure it's but where do all these tickets go to? Where do these floor seats and lower level, lower bowl, where do they go to? They can't have 10,000 seats going to ticket brokers that soon, and radio stations, and it just can't. It just can't. I don't. So I'm getting a little riled up now, because that really pisses me off. That I took the time and the money and the effort. And again, I just look at it as just I'm a normal middle-class guy trying to do right by his family. And you know, how does somebody get their kids to experience that without spending $600 a ticket through a ticket broker? I hope somebody feels my pain and escalates this up the ramp somewhere, and can somehow explain to me how that could be. How could that possibly be? I was so turned off by that I haven't even tried to get tickets without just going through a broker from here on out. It's absurd. So anyway, going back to my talk here, you know, those are some of the little things that I'll be missing. That's what I hope to do, is get back. That's my goal, is to get back by, I think it's now the second Saturday in December that the Army-Navy game is. It used to be the first Saturday, but now they give it its own special day, which it frankly deserves and merits. And college football fans that are into the big conferences, I understand the game may not be as glitzy and glamorous, but they put a pretty good program out there. And you know, if you're a college football fan and you're listening to this, for me, watch it this year. If you haven't, make it a point to sit down for 3 hours, watch the stories behind these young men. It's just amazing stuff, and it's an amazing football game and the traditions that go with it. So go Navy, beat Army, and hopefully I'll even be able to get the kids to the game. Maybe not this year, but next year. So that's a little bit about that. I've got a few minutes left. I tend to ramble. I had just a funny thing this morning. So a friend of mine called me that I talk to not that often. He's a big Yankee fan. I'm a Philly fan, so I'm sure he called me to chirp, being the Yankees just won their second game in a row against my Phillies. But he's like, hey, what have you been up to, man? So I had to laugh. Clearly he hadn't heard what I'll be up to. And I said, well, funny you should ask. I'll send you a link to my website, but I'm going to be doing something a little crazy. I'm going to be walking across the country. And one of the funniest things I've seen so far is the reaction upon people when I tell them. You know, I walk up to strangers and say, hey, can you follow me? And, you know, they're usually pretty engaging. But he just sat there and paused for a moment and said, really? I don't know why it struck me as odd, because it wasn't a hater like some people. It wasn't like, wow, that's incredible. Just a pause, like he had to process what I just said, and was like, really? So, you know, hopefully he'll follow me, and you guys will as well. Thanks for listening today. Thank you guys for listening. There's a lot ahead, a lot of excitement coming ahead. The time's just flying by, and in one way, I'm just really looking forward to getting out there and throwing myself, you know, to humanity, because right now is so much building up to it that you know, it's overwhelming at times. I'm trying to tie up every loose end, and I know I'm not going to be able to tie them all up. I've had some people be very helpful, and I'm grateful for them. And when the book comes out, I'll be able to make sure to thank them if I haven't already on the video. So, guys, thanks for listening. I love you guys. Somebody find out how you can buy tickets that aren't second row from the top 15 seconds in, please. Please, I'm begging of you. And if you watch Dr. Phil, look for Jack Tremarco next time, and see what we got to do to make him smile. I just want the man to smile one time. So, all right, I'm getting a little goofy now, but it's a whole lot better than being overwhelmed and a little bit down like I've been in other videos. So thanks again. Love you guys. Grace, Kira, Landon, you're the best. You're my heart and soul. Love you guys. Have a great day.